How's it going? This is your I don't know what I am. Firearms instructor. Nah, not really. Anyway, I'm definitely not your lawyer, so don't take anything I say as legal advice. So I've seen 2 videos just recently, and I'll stay still. Short ones that came from sponsored by a particular. I'm not look. As a gun owner, you need legal protection. Like people that I use U.S. Law Shield. I've used them for a long time. Actually had a conversation with the lawyer who is over the state of Georgia, and he actually helped me out one time. So it's a good company. Well, they've got other people that they got anyway. This other particular company, they also do firearms training, or at least they try to. I don't know. Some of the guys, these 2 videos came from these guys, and I'm not an expert. You know, like I said, don't claim to be anything. You know, I've been through the NRA basic handgun instruction. I've had 2 16-hour firearm classes that are for qualification for security officers and private investigators. Basically same training the police officers get, pretty much same. And so I mean, I know a little bit. I know enough to know that there are certain places you really don't want to carry, and I've talked about this before, and these particular videos had to do with these. Basically, the carrying in the front of your body, like the appendix carry. This one guy had his, I mean, it was like right above his junk. And this particular guy was not skinny. He's bigger than me. I'm a big boy. There's nothing little about me. Yeah, I'm fat. 265 pounds, 270, somewhere right around in there. 5'11", so yeah, I should weigh around 190, 200. Yeah, I'm a big boy. Thankfully, I've been able to. Anyway, I learned a long time ago, even before I went through some training, that carrying in the appendix anywhere up front of my body, not happening. Not comfortable at all. Got a belly roll. I wear my belt low. Is for us big boys, that is not a comfortable position to wear your firearm. Just not. It really isn't. And after I went through the first 16-hour firearms class, not a safe position either. At all. And look, think about it. Where are you pointing your gun at? Where's that gun? If it's in the front of your body and it's pointing, I know it's pointing down, but if you go to grab it, especially if you're a big boy, you're going to have to kind of either, this one guy, I mean, this is supposed to be a firearm instructor. He looked like he's bigger than me, and that's pretty big. Like, dang. I was embarrassed. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What is wrong with this picture? Why is he even training this particular position? And then the second one, you know, they were talking about how it's easier to defend if you get into like a scuffle or something, you know. Well, you know what? If you get into a scuffle, if you get into a physical altercation with somebody, having it there is not a good idea to start with, period. I don't care. These guys say, oh, it's better. You're able to keep control of it. You're able to reach for it. You're able to grab it. You're also able to lose it. It's a lot easier for it. And I don't care how good your holster is. You get into a physical altercation, you're rolling around, you're bending over, he's bending you in certain positions, and you're just like, yeah, and you're tussling. Just think about it. Yeah, it's not me to tell anybody where to wear their gun. I wear them and have always worn, and it's my primary always at the 3-4 o'clock. It's on the hip. It's on the back of, it's closer to the buttocks more. Usually works its way back around. And have a good holster that has good retention, and get some training. In particular, training that deals with when you carry back there, to show you how to deal with someone who might try to take your gun. Yeah, they're going to have a whole lot harder time trying to take your gun from the front of your body, from the appendix or in that pouch, that belly. They're going to have a whole lot harder time taking it from there. Yes, if they just try to reach out, but they can still do it. They can still, and if anything, they will see it. Because if you're a big boy, big girl, whatever, don't matter. If you're large in that area, if you try to, if you're wearing your belt where you normally wear it, which I've got a pouch, unfortunately. My belt is, I can't see my belt buckle from my belly, so yeah. I've been told to lose weight. Yeah, easier said than done. But if you try to go for it right there, if you're trying to, even if you've received some training that says, reach down, slide your hand down your belly, it's still, if you sit down, it's going to pooch out. If you're wearing a kind of a, even if you're wearing an oversized shirt, what I always do, I always wear one that's bigger than maybe what I could wear. So even then, if it's on the front of your belly, it's going to stick out. It's going to print big time. You're a lot less likely to print. When I say print, I mean be able to see the outline of your gun and actually be sticking out from your side. It's a lot less likely and a lot to do it. Don't wear a big gun. You get one of these big, I got a Springfield XDM Elite. I'm not wearing it concealed on my side. It's going to stick out the back. You're going to see it. If I wore it in the front of the appendix carry, it's going to stick out. You're going to see it. I don't care how big, unless I'm wearing a jacket. Not to mention, back to the whole danger part. When you're wearing in the front of your, and it's pointing towards your crotch area, your groin, there's a particular, there's part of, it's an organ. It's part of a system called an artery, particularly large. It's like your main carotid artery that runs down both sides, insides of your legs, both sides of your groin, on either leg. So it's going to be, and if you're wearing appendix carry, you're basically pointing your gun that direction. And I don't care. I hear guys, I'm not going to pull the trigger. It's not going to happen. Famous last words. Famous last words. Roll. Famous last words. Just going to say, I got a buddy. He used to do it all the time. And I finally talked him out of it. He finally started going, you know what? It's probably not a good idea to wear it there. I think I'll move it back over to the hip. There are ways to train on the hip so that, first off, situational awareness. Know where you are. And this goes where you're wearing a gun. Always treat every situation as an armed encounter. No matter whether you pull your gun or not, you got a gun, you are armed. Situational awareness. Be aware of everything going on around you. Be aware of people going around you. Kind of, be looking. Get off your phone. If you carry a gun, you better not be on your phone all the time. Especially if you're going to a store, if you're in a public place, you're carrying a gun. Make sure, check yourself in the mirror. Look, say, you know what? It's sticking out a little too much. I might need to maybe go down to a medium size. I carry a Taurus GX4. I love it. It's been dependable. I put quite a few rounds through it. No problems. Maybe you want to just get you a Hellcat from Springfield. Something, Smith & Wesson. Get you something, a medium-sized gun that's not going to, but yet you're still going to be able to carry, you're still going to have enough firepower to do what you got to do. Carry a couple extra magazines. Have you some medical equipment. Train. There are ways, if somebody does get a hold of your gun, that you can put your hand on top of their hand and be able to pull away from them. Go find somebody that can help teach you those things. And be aware of your surroundings. Make sure no one comes walking up on you. And if they can't see your gun, it's not going to matter much anyway, because they won't know you got a gun. But carrying in that appendix carry, there's way too much. The whole idea of shooting myself in the groin, and it could happen, and it has happened, otherwise we wouldn't be talking about it. There's just too many chances for it to happen. Too many opportunities, too many, you get into a scuffle with somebody, you go to grab that gun out of your appendix carry, And as you're pulling it out of the holster, your hand, because you're scuffling around with someone, and they're going for your hand because they see you going for your gun, and they're gonna see it. And you happen to, your finger slips, or they get their finger in that gun, and it goes off and hits your artery. You may not survive. In fact, you probably won't. Good possibility you'll bleed out in seconds, and it's over with. So I've been on here way too long. Both of these two videos, don't take their word for it. Figure it out yourself. Make your own decision. It's your life. It's your body. It is your body. It is a decision you need. And carrying a handgun is a very big decision. And where you carry it and how you carry it are big decisions. Make sure you get all the information and make the best decision for yourself. Because big boys, we don't carry appendix. Don't do it. I don't care. I don't care. That dude, he had his belt up around his belly button almost. You can see the gun for days. Yeah, no, I don't care. You might as well just go ahead and have it open carry. Because I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it a mile away, and so will the bad guys. And they're going to go for it. They're going to try their best to get it away from you, even if it is there. But if they can't see it on your hip, or if they can barely see it, more likely they won't see it. And keep your arm down close to it, and be aware of your surroundings. You'll be fine. I've been carrying on the hip for, golly, 15 years. 15, maybe close to 20 years I've been carrying. No big deal. So, look, y'all make up your own mind. Do your own research. Don't just listen to some of these guys. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.